Brian Allen said, breaking, Representative Ted Lieu is publicly calling on the White House to answer growing questions surrounding reports that an unidentified 79-year-old man received exclusive access to a powerful experimental drug through the FDA's Compassionate Use Program. Krasenstein said rumors are circulating online that Trump may be terminally ill after a report that Eli Lilly and the FDA let only one person, unidentified 79-year-old man, access a powerful new drug through the FDA's Compassionate Use Program. The program is reserved for people with serious and immediately life-threatening conditions. John Borschild said, breaking, there's a high likelihood Donald Trump has secretly been receiving an experimental drug from Eli Lilly through Compassionate Use Program. If Trump is dying, the American people have the right to know. No more secrets. Stat News had reported that a 79-year-old man was granted early access to his experimental drug in April to treat refractory obesity and other conditions. The request was made by a top National Institute of Health clinician, sparking rumors of high-level connections. White House representatives have strongly denied that President Trump was the applicant for the drug. Retatrutide is a highly anticipated GLP-1, GIP, GCG receptor agonist currently in phase 3 clinical trials. It's not yet approved by the FDA, leading lawmakers to press for transparency regarding who receives special access. Brian Allen posted this. 3-star Admiral Nancy LaCour just won a Democratic House primary in South Carolina. She was fired by Defense Secretary Pete Kegsbreth. Her story is a reminder that public service doesn't begin or end with the job title. Some people spend their lives looking for ways to contribute. Others actually do it. Show Admiral LaCour some love. And Trump just said this. We took the freedom of speech away. We took the freedom of speech away. Amazing how he just says this stuff out loud, isn't it? Well, he's in his deathbed confession era. This is when he just spews the truth because his dementia is rotting the inside of his brain and it's not allowing him to have a filter. Like Kyle Kalinske says, he went from a low filter guy to a no filter guy. And I believe that reason is medical. There's something funny in the Turning Points books, of course, because the TPE USA's loan amount on Charlie Kirk's split life insurance policy doubled to $700K in 2025, and a few months later he was assassinated. And for anyone who thinks this is normal, it absolutely isn't. Split dollar life insurance is a tool used by hospitals and universities to retain senior near retirement executives. TPE USA used it on its 31-year-old leader. And Richard Blumenthal said the Founding Fathers didn't envision the United States Postal Service reviewing voting ballots or registration. Trump's Postmaster General refuses to commit to deliver mail-in ballots without fulfilling Trump's new bogus sham review. For criticizing him, Trump opened an investigation into me for treason. I'm not scared by that feckless thug. I've decided to call out his corruption louder than ever. See you at the movies, Mr. President. No need to buy a ticket. We're making this free for everyone. This is the sequel to the acclaimed 2020 documentary, Unfit. This is Unfit 2, as in TOO, the hijacking of America for power and profit, coming this fall. From Really America, and it's really chilling. A chilling incident in Syracuse, New York is slowly gaining national attention, and it should terrify all of us. Yesterday, @Syracuse.com reported that 2 ICE agents showed up at a polling place to harass an election worker. Her supposed crime? Back in January, Paige Lynn Gagne shared an Instagram post citing a Minnesota Star Tribune article that identified Jonathan Ross as the ICE agent who shot and killed Renee Good. Gagne, she didn't leak any private information. By the time she posted it, Ross's name was already public knowledge and circulating widely across national media. Gagne told the outlet that the agents tried to lure her outside the building to talk. Fearing what would happen to her in the shadows, she instead invited them inside. I've seen the news, especially in Minnesota, and I don't want anything to happen to me at all, she admitted. Sit with that for a minute. Democracy has eroded so severely that Americans are A, fearful of being alone with immigration officials, and B, being harassed by the government for sharing something that was in the newspapers. The agents provided Gagne with a form letter, which she later shared. Per the outlet, it read in part, "This notice officially informs you that it is unlawful to threaten, assault, kidnap, and or murder a federal officer or that federal officer's immediate family member with the intent to impede, intimidate, and or interfere with federal officers' duties. Gagne has maintained her position, refusing to delete the post. For ICE to come to me over a social media post just feels very 1984 to me, she remarked. ICE definitely should have known better than to go into a polling place, even if it said it was okay. The incident has sparked a broader debate over the potential for federal agencies to be used in ways that might intimidate or obstruct the whole contest process. Trump's surrogates, like Steve Bannon, have repeatedly floated the idea of using ICE just for that. Moreover, Bannon and other cronies know that a loss in the midterms will lead to prosecutions for many of them, himself included. And I will tell you right now, I played this clip where he says, and I will tell you right now, as God is my witness, if we lose the midterms, if we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included. He confessed this in November. I play the clip all the time. All of this lunacy, these people are not terrified of losing an election. They're fully aware that in a functional democracy, they'd be behind bars. Bannon's remarks were far from the first time a Trump crony has confessed to knowing they ought to be jailed. Elon Musk famously told Tucker Carlson on the eve of the 2024 contest that he needed Trump to win to avoid prison. This is a dangerous level of desperation, and yesterday Trump tanked his own party's bipartisan housing relief legislation during a press conference, holding it hostage and demanding the GOP ram through a vote suppression bill. We are almost at the finish line, and November is coming fast. It is critically important to stay on top of these issues, and crucially, we cannot allow this coterie of whiny bullies to fully destroy our democracy. Are you going to let them scare you out of exercising your rights, or are you going to vote? Well, duh!